So I agree with the point that we have not made any improvement relative to curing that impunity. In spite of the fact that 2018, we ranked number 1. But you see, that doesn't mean there were no violations of media freedoms. It's clearly incumbent, and not just on journalists or media owners, but I think the entirety of the citizenry, especially the focused civil society groups, to take up this issue, deal with them consciously. You said you referred to a court case. That's one of the options. There are bodies like Shraj and the rest who can intervene based on, of course, the provisions of their act and the Constitution. I'm sure we are going to get a chance to deal with the specifics.
That's right.
As you played to us.
That's right.
So I just, this is just a general statement. You see, some of us, and I will end that way, some of the things happening have also experienced those things. And that is why it is very important that when such things happen, as much as you want to be fair, as once you want to be objective, it's difficult to deny that there is a culture or a subculture of impunity. Some of us have had a situation where, in the years gone by, military personnel led by ministers of state have invaded our premises to effect arrest. Okay? We had 2 of our ladies who were helping the Crusading Guide and Tiger Eye in a joint venture. You remember? Busted at the Tama port for secretly filming. We'll come to those specifics, because I'm sure when we come to where you are talking about the law.
When you listen to Caleb and Zoe and maybe Samalata Mensah tell their encounter, what do you have to say about that specific?
You see, well, perhaps I think you've jumped the gun yourself, but because you've asked me, let me address it. Look, the way and manner they invaded City FM premises is unacceptable. It ought not to have happened in this state of technology and media state institutions relationship. Contacting the management by telephone.
They were already speaking to the management.
Yes, so things could have been done in a very neat way, tidier way. That whole thing lacked finesse in terms of the operational conduct of the exercise.
Okay.
One cannot defend it. But you see, that is distinct for me from the subsequent disclosures relative to torture. For me, it is the high point of this unfolding drama. But there we have a certain difficulty, and I've raised it with City FM. I don't know if I have the right to mention the name of the person I spoke to, but I raised it, and he agreed that my concern was legitimate. He explained. You see, why is it that the disclosure of this reported or alleged torture did not come first at the time it ought to have come? We are all newsmen. We know the worth of news, timing and everything. The gentleman was released, according to City FM sources, by 7:57. By 7:50, he was at the office. Then he was asked to go home. Why? No debriefing? Even though they didn't send him on the official assignment as we've been told by Bernard. It is your employee, your reporter. And if he comes, he's been released. No interview, nothing. And he goes home 24 hours later, before we are told this most serious violation, if indeed it happened. You know, you say you believe it, and I know why you say so, because of the culture of impunity,
right?
Because of the
experience. But beyond that, beyond that, why I believe it,
yeah.
I want to make
Please
it,
do.
I want to make it clear.
Please do.
It's not just about believing it. You see, this thing was not one that they did covertly. Normally, they do it covertly, capture you and go and put you in a room and beat you without anybody knowing. But this one, they did it where people saw.
No, wait.
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you where I'm coming from. They did it where people saw. In fact, there were people who saw the way Caleb was being beaten, and they confronted the officers and asked them, "Do you want to kill this boy?"
You know what? You have the benefit of that
right.
eyewitness. I do not have. I have to be honest with you.
All
and
right.
that's why I'm happy with the investigation. Or it means that we have witnesses who appear before any independent investigations to testify.
Yeah, but,
that's fantastic.
but still, with or without the witnesses, this is a story I will believe any day.